And Jacob moved on and went to the land of the sons of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well was in the field. And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it, for they watered the flocks out of that well. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth. And all the flocks were gathered there. And they rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in its place. And Jacob said to them, My brethren, where are you from? And they said, We are from Haran. And he said to them, Do you know Laban the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said to them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, his daughter Rachel comes with the sheep. And he said, Lo, it is still high day, and not yet time for gathering the flocks together. Water the sheep, then take them back to pasture. And they said, We cannot, until all the flocks have been gathered together. Only then is the stone rolled from the well's mouth, and we water the sheep. And while he still spoke with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban his mother's brother, then Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the flocks of Laban his mother's brother. Then Jacob kissed Rachel, and lifted up his voice, and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's kinsman, and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass, when Laban heard the news of Jacob his sister's son, he ran to meet him, and embraced him, and kissed him, and brought him to his house. And Jacob told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, Surely you are my bone and my flesh. And he stayed with him for a month. And Laban said to Jacob, Because you are my kinsman, should you then serve me for nothing? Tell me, what shall be your wages? Now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the older was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. And Leah had lovely soft eyes, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel, and said, I will serve you 7 years for Rachel your younger daughter. And Laban said, It is better that I give her to you than I should give her to another man. Stay with me. So Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed to him a few days, for the love he had for her. And Jacob said to Laban, Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, so that I may go into her. Then Laban gathered together all the men of the place, and made a wedding feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob, and he went into her. And Laban gave his handmaid Zilpah to his daughter Leah for her handmaid. And it came to pass in the morning that, behold, it was Leah. And Jacob said to Laban, What is this you have done to me? Did I not serve with you for Rachel? Why then have you tricked me? And Laban said, It must not be done this way in our country, to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill her week, and we will give you this one also for the service which you shall serve with me still another 7 years. So Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week. Then Laban gave Rachel his daughter to Jacob as wife also. And Laban gave Bilhah his handmaid to his daughter Rachel to be her handmaid. And Jacob also went in to Rachel. He also loved Rachel more than Leah, and served with Laban still 7 more years. And when the Lord saw that Leah was loved less, even he opened her womb. But Rachel was barren. And Leah conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Reuben, for she said, Surely the Lord has looked upon my afflictions. Now therefore my husband will love me. And she conceived again, and bore a son, and said, Because the Lord has heard that I was loved less, he has therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. And she conceived again, and bore a son, and said, Now this time my husband will be joined to me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore his name was called Levi. And she conceived again, and bore a son, and she said, This time I will praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah. Then she ceased bearing.